Hello there folks, I am RJ from RJBTV and we're going to be watching Max Tang, who strikes. Not for the very first time, this is probably a Smurf account of, no, could be Meppo, could be Lipoku, could be anyone really, I just don't have a clue here, but I thought that this could be an interesting match to watch together, you and I here, because it's Burgersasu, and most of the viewers that watch regularly know about Burgersasu. Maybe some of the newer players or newer viewers don't yet know who Burgersasu is. Well, he's here on the blue Terran on the bottom left off the map against Max Tang here on the 11 o'clock spawn location, the top left, who's on the Zerg. So yeah, Max Tang, no clue who it is, but Burgersasu is a pretty famous streamer in the Korean StarCraft community. He has, I would say his average viewer count is around, I'd say 500 to 700, which is quite a good number. I'll be honest, that's quite a good number. You can make a pretty good living off of anything above 500. You can make a pretty good living as long as you know how to monetize your content quite well. But yeah, he is being considered to be one of the best, fastest players in the world since at least like 2017. He's been around for a very long time, and he manages to somewhat consistently stay at that very top level. There's not a lot of players who can consistently push him to his limits or beat him. It's a very small select group who can go toe-to-toe with Burgersasu, and I hope that Max Tang is one of those players. I hope Max Tang is one of those players who can make him sweat, make him bleed. The Max Tang here starts off with a double hatchery into a pool build order, which is really only viable when you are on a corner spawn location or if the Terran goes for a command center first. Now, an important note that I have to address here is that both players selected their races in the lobby. It's not common in the foreign community to pick races at the start. Most of the time they play random against random. Playing random against random requires slightly more neutral build orders because an opening that is good against Zerg might not be good against Protoss, or the other way around. If you do something against Protoss against Terran, it has to be kind of specific. It might not be as good against Zerg or against Terran, or against Protoss for that matter. Same goes with Zerg. Some Zerg build orders are really only possible against Terran, and some others are possible against both Protoss and Terran. And etc, etc. So it looks like they've both found where the other player is. Although I'm not sure. I've seen the Overlord go there to went to the 9 o'clock into the middle, so he might not know where Burgersasu is yet. So these Zerglings are going to do the remaining scouting. It goes for a very fast lair. Very, very fast lair. It might either be Mutalisks or it might be a Hydralisk Den to go for lurkers. I'm not too sure. Most of the time I see the Zerg go for a 4th hatchery here instead of just 3. But he's going to have his tech up very fast, and there's hatchery number 4. Usually it's the lair after the 4th one. There's a couple of differences from the usual stuff that we see here, but he shouldn't have anything to worry about just yet because Burgersasu went for command center first, because against the Zerg, it's very unlikely the Zerg is going to rush you at this level of play. It's very unlikely. He goes for the Queen's Nest and the Hydralisk Den. He's going to go for very, very, very fast Defiler Mount, I assume, to go for Dark Swarm Lurker push. He's going to use the Lurkers to maybe try to keep those Marines away from his base, although Burgersasu is now on the push. He's moving out, ready to go, ready to rock, ready to fight. Because he has the Stim, he's got Medic, he's got some Firebats in the mix, which generally do really well, and the Zerg has to really invest a lot into Sunkens at this point in the game to try and protect the entire base, but you also don't want to spend too much on Sunkens, because if you spend too much, everything else gets slowed down, and at this level of play, everything that slows you down might be what kills you. Everything that slows you down is an advantage that the opponent will abuse and use against you. Well, now that's a lot of Sunkens though, that's a lot of Sunkens, he's not holding back. honestly, it is a couple too many Sunkens. He could do with only 5, but he goes for 7 in total. He might pay the price for that later on. But Burgersasu already has a starport on the way, factory finished up, engineering bay there being built, and command center number 3 there also under construction. He scanned 1, so he knows exactly what his opponent is up to. And with the information of the scan, he decided, I'm not gonna move out. I'm not gonna attack. I'm just gonna stand here. And it looks like Tang knows, and Tang is moving some of his Hylids into the middle to morph them. Actually, no, he's moving them to this 9 o'clock spawn location. He's getting transport for Overlord, so he's going to morph the Lurkers and put them into the Overlord and go for a 10 centimeter drop. Like a very, very short drop. He's going to pick them up, fly them over with a slow Overlord, unload them, and attack the economy of Burgersasu. That is the plan. So these get scanned again. Now here's the thing. If you wanted to go for a very fast Defiler mount, he would already be morphing a hive. The fact that he's still in a lair might have tipped off Burgersasu that he is going for maybe an Overlord drop. He's trying to push forward little bit by little bit, takes damage on the Lurkers, but they stay alive because he bought some time there with a Zergling to take fire away from the Lurker. Lurker stays alive. Does he have a scan right now? No scan, getting a second scan there though for more energy, so he can maybe try to snipe the Lurkers with these units here, but he might also try to preserve them because he will lose some stuff. So goes forward once again. Zergling there to take fire, but the Zergling is actually just outside of range of the fire bats and the Marines. Picks them up, gonna fly them over. It's now or never. Burgersasu does not seem to have noticed Max Tang's plan, so he's distracting him here on the middle. Like, this is a distraction attack. He's moving out, trying to buy time, trying to force Burgersasu to be focused on the Lurkers and the Lings and keep moving his Marines around, and at the same time unloading the inner base. But there's a vision there of those Lurkers running in. One of them is gonna have to burrow. Will they arrive? He's building a supply if they're on the scene. Will his one get close enough? It will get close enough. Will it burrow up on time? He's getting into the corner there, burrows up and gets killed right before he can even do a single attack. So that one didn't quite succeed. But on the middle there, while he is attacking in the base, he's pushing on the middle, killing the tank. And now there is in fact a scan from Burgersasu, but will the Marines do enough damage to kill those Lurkers? It does look like he will. Gets this last one. Reinforcement were a little bit too late. Max Tang's attack so far, his moves so far, have not worked out. And if this starport had been built right there, the Lurker unload might have worked. But the fact that this starport there was on the top side, it gave vision of the corner, which means he saw them unloading as they flew in, gave him the time to respond. But the placement of this starport really tipped him off about what Tang was doing. But Tang now knows about the location of those units on the middle and walks all the way around to try and go for a counter attack, a sneak attack, right into his opponent's base. Maybe he's gonna burrow up right there and kill any reinforcements entering the middle. So he uses a Zergling to check the middle to see what's going on. This is pretty smart play from Max Tang. He's sending more units all the way around the middle. This is pretty smart. He's using Burgersasu's position. He's been keeping track, sending... Oh, no, he gets spotted. Did he in fact... Yeah, he gets spotted. No, is that Marine going to chase him down? Oh, yeah, he decides to go for it. He has to go right now. Burgersasu seems to be up to it, but Burgersasu doesn't respond on time, goes in. He's going to go even deeper. We got attack workers there on the way from the armories. He's lifting up all his barracks. Now he's got free access to the backside. This is going to be the attack that works. Burgersasu pulling his units back from the middle, back home. He's going to be very fast, building a supply depot to try and block the access point towards the SCVs. Pulls the SCVs to safety. Tanker in the back trying to keep him in the game. Going to siege up. He's got 2 vessels there. Marines are arriving on the scene. Tanks are sieging up all around. SCVs, oh, these SCVs are very close to the backside. He's going to have to try to escape. A lot of SCVs do go down. Down from 60 to 32. He had to run into safety, but he ran into safety a little bit too late. He had... The fact that Max Tang managed to sneak all the way around just put Burgersasu in the worst possible situation. A couple more Lurkers coming in to try and get a last shot there, but he decides against it, pulls away. Actually, he's going to burrow up those first. Going to burrow up those. Yeah, he's going to pull those back. They are very low HP. They're going to have to heal up. This one there on the side is going to get taken down there by the tanks. One there still in the bottom corner, going to try to kill the SCVs. So Burgersasu got hit really hard. He's down in supply. It's now Max Tang's game. Went for another lair. Went for a hive. He's got a Defiler Mound. He's now in 7 hatcheries. One still morphing. Things are looking better than ever before. He's getting a Spire as well. He's got both upgrades, 2 Evo Chambers for Carapace and Attack. He's got Link Speed. He's got Consume finished in just a couple seconds. Oh, does he have Burrow? No, he doesn't have Burrow. Oh my god, Burgersasu is gonna go in for the comeback attack. If only he had Burrow. He forgot to get the Burrow, and now he's paying the price. He has nothing that can attack up into the sky, except those 2 highlighters, but they're gonna do absolutely nothing. Gets Radiates there on the fighters as well. It's payback time, and oh boy, is this payback time hurting him badly. A lot of dead drones, and a very small amount of minerals in the bank. But the Radiates run out. Actually, he still has 1 more Radiate there. But how many kills did he get? 14, 15... Yeah, that's painful. That's painful. That is really painful. He's gonna try to go back in. 1 more Radiate there in the tank. Maybe 2 more Radiates in the tank. Goes in. Gonna hang on top. Oh, he's got Burrow now. He's got the Burrow. But they're gonna have to stay burrowed for a while now. This is... if only he had Burrow already. Because now Burgersasu is in a big lead. Massive lead. I thought Max Tang had this game in the bag, but this just turned the game around yet again. Gonna have to build Scourges. He's got almost no minerals. He still has a lot of his drones burrowed up because he knows there's more vessels somewhere waiting to strike. Takes them down. Now it's time to unburrow. A lot of them are low HP. He's got 22 drones in total. At this point I would say pull those drones off the gas and put them on the minerals. Like, he doesn't really need gas at the moment, he needs minerals at the moment, and he's doing exactly that. He's pulling drones from the gas onto the minerals. And Burgersasu sees this as his moment to strike with his level 1 attack finished. Level 1 armor only just now getting started. He went for air armor first. Yeah, he went for air armor and air attack before getting level 1 plating. While Lurker's still there in the corner. He's now on 62 SCVs. He's in a very healthy state. And Max Tang is in a very unhealthy state, let's put it like that. It's going to take a miracle for Max Tang to make a comeback here, because that blow he was dealt was devastating. It really was the single worst possible thing that could have happened to him. But he's recovering. The one thing he's got going for him is that he has Lurkers, he has Defiler, even if it's only 1. Well, 2. And he's making 2 more, so now he's got 3. There's 2 more on the way. You'll have 5 Lurkers, Defilers. And there's at the moment no vessels in the sky to be seen for Burgersasu. So he cannot push through this choke point as long as the Defiler Dark Swarm Lurker combination stays online. Burgersasu needs something to deal with. This is just in hold position there. Well, no, he's relocating. He's gonna try to kill the SCVs again. He's gonna have to burrow up right next to the SCVs. He's gonna stay alive. It stays alive with 3. Oh, it gets killed just on time. Burgersasu noticed just on time. A 3 HP Lurker almost got a bunch of kills. That could have been what flipped the game around again. For the 4th or 3rd time, I don't know, just another flip around. He's gonna keep those Lurkers there in the front. Do we have vessels on the way? No, he's making only Valkyries. He's taking control over the map. The downside of him going for Valkyries right now is that he is giving Max Tang time to rebuild, and he's rebuilding quite quick. He's on 53 drones. So only on 4 gas, 5 gas. Adding 2 more for 7, which is exactly what he needs. His upgrades are currently on 1 Carapace, no melee attack upgrades, but does have attack upgrades there for the Lurk? No. He only has Carapace upgrades. He's getting Overlord speed at the moment. They're still pretty slow. But the most important part is he is progressing now. He has recovered. His economy is now in an okay state, as 54 drones is generally considered okay at this part of the game, given the situation that they're in. With turrets on the sides to keep him contained to his base, and that no overlords randomly escape and fly around the map to go for a drop on the economy. He keeps sending in a small amount of units to take fire away from the lurkers every single time he tries to get the Dark Swarm up or push them forward just a little bit. We have vessels on the way now, so we have about how many Valkyries? 8 Valkyries. And they have level 1 attack, level 2 attack, and 1 plating. The tanks have level 1, 2 as well. The upgrades for Burgersasu are in a very good spot. The advantage of going for the +1 commencer is really paying off right now. So the Valkyries are going to try and do some supply blocking by attacking anything that's not within range of the spores. He's going to have to throw down a plague. He's getting plague right now, so plague is not yet researched. This is actually an opportunity for Burgersasu to get some radiates on those Valkyries, fly into the drones and force them to burrow to slow Max Tank down. And if Max Tank is a little bit too slow, we can maybe get some kills with the radiate as well. But at the moment it's largely about establishing control over the perimeter around Max Tank's base and then slowly peel away at the outer layers of his defenses. Going for the overlords yet again. They're hanging on the side, a little bit sloppy from Burgersasu, goes in for the attack after all. Still have about 5 lurkers there in the front, keeping him from entering the base. Vessels arriving on the scene, vessels arriving on the scene. Valkyrie's taking away fire from the vessels. Vessels going for the eraser maneuver, but he gets a burrow down just on time. And now we have, oh, he's going for the drones on the gas, so he's still getting some damage. 2 of one of them, oh, that one survives on a little bit HP. But it goes down after all. I think he killed like, I don't want to say it's a lot of kills, but he killed at least like 6, maybe 7 drones that were mining gas. Maybe even 8 of them. I'd say that was worth it. That was worth it. Because Burgersasu is much richer, has more income. He can afford to throw away units inefficiently. As long as he gets something done in Tang's base, it's an advantage for him. It's a little bit of progress forward. Max Tang is getting really big, and Burgersasu still has not bothered pushing forward through the middle. So he has been focused on building, and building a little bit more. He's gonna go for the hills. He's gonna try to establish control over the hills, which is gonna put Tang in a very difficult situation, because if he gets control over these hills, he might be able to kill the spores, maybe even the technology. Like, set up tanks on the high ground, then set them up on the low ground, and push forward from the side. You might do the exact same thing on the bottom side. Just limit the amount of space Tang has in his own base to build and be comfortable. Oh no, an opening in the front. Max Tang has slipped up. The lurkers in the front are getting gone. This is the moment for Burgersasu to push forward to get some real mileage, to get some real things going. Still busy killing those tanks on the high ground. Kills one. This one at the bottom is going to get killed by a Mulalisk. The tanks are set up in the front, but they're being taken down. New lurker there in the front gets killed before it can burrow. Tries to go for a drop there, but everything dies just on time. You loaded a tank, tried to get a shot on the drones, didn't quite get it. Vessels going forward towards the drones. Yet again, you have to burrow them really quickly. They get radiated. A bunch of them die. A bunch of them die immediately. You went down from 55 to 47. It's not a lot of kills, but it's some kills. And here in the front, he's established control over that choke point. The lurkers just could not get under the Dark Swarm, because there's tanks everywhere, preventing anything from getting under the Dark Swarm. Tries again. Gets within range. Cannot burrow on time. Everything dies. The Dark Swarms are now actually helping Burgersasu stay alive there, because there's nothing that can really kill these tanks at the moment. He's trying to get some Guardians, but nope, not working. Gets a great plague off on the Valkyries though, but the Valkyries are controlling the skies, and the upgrades are really fucking good. 2-3 on both ground and air. And Max Tang is now just bleeding out. He just could never properly recover from losing his entire economy to the vessel counterattack. Burgersasu played this one very cleanly, even though he was put in a very bad situation. Very bad situation. Tang had some brilliant moves, but the brilliant moves were not enough to keep him in the race. playing from so far behind, getting slowed down by so much as the Zerg, with so few minerals left in the bank, was just the nail in the coffin. I wouldn't say this was a spectacular game, even though what Max Tang did with the walk around the middle was really smart. It was really good play. After that, it was more so a technical game of establishing control and waiting for the opponent, in this case Max Tang, to make one single mistake, and that was not keeping the front section dark swarmed non-stop. You cannot have a single moment where the lurkers are not protected by a dark swarm, because they will get instantly demolished by the tanks sitting all around that choke point. And it happened. They died within a couple of seconds. Burgersasu seized the opportunity, and because Max Tang was at that time getting attacked from the side and on his drones, he could not respond to that push through the middle on time. After Burgersasu had already killed everything there, he kept trying to re-establish, just could not re-establish control, lost the most important focal point in his defense. Burgersasu won. That's it for today. I'll see you next time. Have a good time, have a good night, have a good morning, have a good afternoon. Whatever you do, have a good time.